Tyddyn Cwtyn. Once upon a time, a long time ago, there was an old farmhouse in North Wales called Tyddyn Cwtyn. It was an old farmhouse. It was a ramshackle farmhouse. There were holes in the roof where the rain came through, and there were holes in the wall where the wind whistled through. In that farmhouse lived a man called Gwyn, with his wife and his little dog. And Gwyn was a farmer, and he got up in the morning and he went to work before the sun came up, and he came home after the sun had come down. But there never seemed to be enough money for food for him and his wife and his little dog, or enough money to fix the farmhouse. The only time when there was a little extra money was in the autumn, when Gwyn's apple tree in the garden of the farmhouse bore fruit. And people came from far and wide to buy those apples because they were easily the best apples in the area. One night when Gwyn came home from work, he went to bed and he had a dream. And the dream, there was a voice, and the voice said, "Gwyn, go to London Bridge, you'll find your fortune there." Gwyn woke up and he looked around. He's sure there must be somebody in the room because the voice was so real. But all there was his little dog sleeping at his feet and his wife sleeping peacefully next to him. When Gwyn got up the next morning, he told his wife about this dream, about going to London Bridge to find his fortune, and she said, "Don't be silly. Get out into the fields and earn some money." So Gwyn went to work and he worked hard all day, but he was thinking about this dream. When he got home, he had some dinner. And when he had some dinner, he went to bed. And when he went to bed, he had a dream. And when he had a dream, he heard a voice. And the voice said, "Gwyn, go to London Bridge. You'll find your fortune there. Gwyn, go to London Bridge. You'll find your fortune there." Gwyn woke up and he looked around. He was sure there must be somebody in the room because the voice was so real. But all there was his little dog sleeping in his feet and his wife sleeping peacefully next to him. When he got up the next morning, he told his wife about the same dream, and she said the same thing. "Don't be silly. Go into the fields, earn some money." So he went into the fields and he worked hard all day, but in his mind, he was thinking about it. And when he got home, he had some dinner. When he had some dinner, he went to bed. When he went to bed, he had a dream. And when he had the dream, he heard the voice. And the voice said, "Gwyn, go to London Bridge. You'll find your fortune there. Gwyn, go to London Bridge. You'll find your fortune there. Gwyn, go to London Bridge. You'll find your fortune there." He woke up. He looked around. He was sure there must be somebody in the room because the voice was so realistic. But all there was his dog sleeping in his feet and his wife sleeping peacefully next to him. That morning when he got up, he said to his wife, "3 nights in a row I've had that dream. It's got bigger, it's got stronger. I'm going to London Bridge." And his wife said, "You're crazy, but I'll make you some sandwiches." So Gwyn, off he went. He went off to London Bridge with his little dog at his feet, and they walked, and as Gwyn walked, the dog chased rabbits and rats in the fields. They slept in ditches and under trees. They walked for 14 days and 14 nights, and eventually they got to London. And when they got to London, Gwyn hated it. It was loud, it was busy, it was crowded, it was smelly. London Bridge doesn't look like it does now. Do you know the song? "London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down." London Bridge fell down because there were so many buildings on it, so many people on it. People selling things from all over the world, spices, rugs, carpets, everything you can imagine. Gwyn walked up and down London Bridge, but there was no way he was going to find his fortune here. It was a horrible, smelly, stinky place. He walked up and down, and the words of his wife calling him a fool were ringing in his ears. He walked up and down, and eventually he sat down with his chin in his hands, feeling dejected. Just then, a man came up to him and said, "Stranger, I've seen you walk up and down this bridge. What are you looking for?" And Gwyn said, "Oh, you'll call me a fool. My wife did. I had a dream that I would find my fortune at London Bridge, but I've walked up and down. There's no fortune here for me. I will go home and face my wife." And the stranger said, "You don't want to listen to your dreams. Do you know what? I had a dream last night. I had a dream about an apple tree, and the apple tree was in a farmhouse called something like Tyddyn Cwtyn. And under that apple tree, there was a chest of gold coins. But I don't listen to my dreams. The man looked and Gwyn was gone. Gwyn was gone. He'd whistled for his dog and he was running. He was running and running and running. He had to get back to Tyddyn Cwtyn. It took him 14 days and 14 nights to get there. It took him only 8 days and 8 nights to get back. That's how fast he went. When he got back, went into the house, he got a shovel. And he took the shovel and he started to dig under the tree. He dug under the tree and boom, there was something. He pushed the dirt away and it was a chest, and he pulled the chest up and he opened it, and there were hundreds of sparkling gold coins. And on the top of the chest there was something written in Latin. Gwyn didn't speak Latin, but he knew that the man in the local church did, so he went to get him, and the priest came and looked at the box and he said, the box says, keep digging, what's here is underneath. So Gwyn and the church priest kept digging and digging until boom, they found another box. They pulled it up and that one was full of coins as well. Gwyn was so grateful for the man that he gave him that box of coins for the church, for the poor. He kept one box for himself, and him and his wife and his little dog lived happily ever after.